Out of bounds on 24 on Dennis-Yarmouth. It'll be Marshall ball underneath. Brilliant taking the ball out. Fish is yelling triangle from half court, not on the sideline. Elwood's going to get the ball on the left pad. Go up to his right. Now he backs up, spins back left, bounces it over to Brilliant. Brilliant surveying the floor, sent it back over to Elwood. Elwood looking in, high pass. Loria grabs it. Loria loses it, turns it over to Dennis-Yarmouth. Now Dennis-Yarmouth's going to come down the court, swinging it around. Here comes 13 with Elwood on him. Elwood playing up on him, tight at half court. Swings it over to 0. Dan Patton guarding that. Brady Loria intercepts the pass over to 3. Brady Loria is going to go strong to the hoop. I think it's number 1 to fly in the air. One hits the deck pretty hard, and Brady Loria draws the foul. I think the ref is going to call that on the floor, so Brady Loria will not be shooting free throws. Brilliant's going to take it out again, send it to Elwood in the corner. Elwood has the green light, shots up, a little strong on that one. Dennis-Yarmouth gets the rebound. They're coming down the court now. 13 has the ball. Elwood gets screened. 13 pulls it just short. Patton the rebound. Patton looking, passes it over to Loria. Loria gets it over to Elwood. Now Elwood's going to start flying. Sent it to Feldman. Feldman sends it to Patton. Patton over to Elwood. Elwood to Brilliant. Brilliant dumps it down to Loria. Loria travels on that one. It'll be another turnover from Marshfield. Dennis-Yarmouth ball. Now Marshall is going to stay in that full court press they've been running all year so far. Ball comes into 13. Elwood's going to pick him up again. 13 just dribbling his way up to the court to the right side, picks it up, sends it over to 1. Brilliant's going to be all over him now. Brilliant still guarding up tight. Brilliant, one of Marshfield's best defenders. 1 hits him with a nice step back, shoots a 3 just to the left. Brady Loria collects the rebound, sends it over to Elwood. Elwood loses both his defenders on that spin move. Now Elwood's going to come down the floor, sends it over to Feldman. Feldman head fakes. Feldman gets inside, dumps it into Loria. Loria gets the layup, 2 from Marshfield. Marshfield out to a good start. 1 Euro steps, draws the foul. Now Lopez is going to be at the line, shooting 2. First shot's up, short. Lopez is going to get another chance here. Sets up for this. Fisher wants him to make contact on the rebound. Feldman gets pushed, doesn't say anything about it. Feldman's going to get it over to Elwood now. Marshfield's going to fly. DY looking like they're in a 2-1-2 zone. Marshfield's going to have to know how to break this. Drops it into Feldman. Feldman sends it down to Loria. Loria over to Patton. Patton out to Elwood for 3. Just strong, a little strong on that one. Now Lopez is going to take the ball up the floor. Bounces it into 0. 0 is Garcia, my apologies. Elwood sends it up to Patton. Beautiful pass. Dan Patton with the layup. Marshfield out to a nice 7-1 start here against Dennis-Yarmouth. 13's going to ISO. Elwood's had him all the way back up to half court. Now Brilliant's going to take on Lopez one-on-one. It's a matchup everyone's waiting to see. Lopez their best player. Brilliant Marshfield's best player. Here he goes. Sends it over 13. Elwood on him. 3 tries to cut. Loria says not today. 13 goes. I don't know what kind of move that was, but it's a turnover. It'll be Marshfield ball. Brady Loria to take it out. Sends it into Elwood. Marshfield trying to go early as DY failed to get back on defense. Elwood goes into the middle. Tries to draw the foul. Doesn't get it. Misses the shot. And Brilliant tries to swipe that one, but just a little late. Now Elwood's going to pick up. Elwood causes a loose ball, but Dennis-Yarmouth ends up with it. Now it's in the hands of Noah Feldman. Noah Feldman going to go up the court. Passes to Elwood. Elwood drives middle. Sends it out to Patton on the corner. Patton drives baseline. Gets a guy up in the air. Patton gets a layup out of it. Dan Patton off to a good start. Has 4 points already. Now Patton going to pick up his man full court. That's Garcia. Garcia sends it over to Lopez. Garcia back into the big man. Feldman takes the charge. Great defensive instincts there from Noah Feldman, picking up a charge, something Coach Fisher is so adamant about. And that'll be a timeout by Dennis-Yarmouth. We'll be right back on Marshfield Community Media.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions, Moi Health and Wellness, Road to Responsibility,
and Biviano General Contracting.
MC
Welcome back to the Robert E. Keuther Gymnasium here on Marshall Community Media. Marshall's jumped out to a 9-1 lead against Dennis-Yarmouth. And Noah Feldman just took a charge to get Marshall the ball back. And now Matt Elwood's going to bring the ball up the floor. DY still in that zone. We have a sub in the game, number 33, playing the high post. Brilliant takes a floater, no good. Feldman gets the tip in. What an athletic play from Noah Feldman. I've never seen that before. Now Patton's going to take over Lopez, who was just Brilliant's man. Going to send it to the corner. Garcia for three. Feldman fouls the shooter on a three-pointer. That is something you do not want to do, and that could very likely get you taken out of the game. I don't think Fish is too happy about that call, because from upstairs, I don't think it looked like a foul, but, you know, I'm not on the court reffing, so can't really make a call there. Garcia's going to be at the line for 3 shots. First shot's up. Shot's no good. 2 more shots for Garcia. Marshfield's up 11-1. Second shot is up. That one's good. One more shot here for Garcia. His teammates are a little late to high-five him. Last one's up. No good. Goes 1 for 3 at the line. Sends it back out to Garcia. Elwood's on him now. DUI's overloading the side. Now Patton's going to have Lopez on an island. Dan Patton, a good defender, does a lot of defensive toughness. Switches now Brilliant on him. Garcia loses the ball, and Loria takes the hit. Would have been a charging foul if Lopez hadn't lost the ball. Great play from Brady Loria there. Great defense. Now Elwood's going to control the offense here, bringing the ball up the floor. Tries to look for Loria downstairs. Loria doesn't see him. Sends it over to Brilliant in the corner. Brilliant downstairs to Loria. Loria turns it in, throws it into a crowd. Lopez steals it. Lopez is coming down the court now. Elwood all over him, not letting any of that happen. Feldman goes in. 13 takes a wild layup. Feldman just played good defense there. Now he sends it up to Brilliant. Brilliant goes up for the layup. That's a bucket for Jake Brilliant. Jake Brilliant gets his name in the scorebook today. Now Lopez is going to bring the ball up again. Brilliant all over him, taking that matchup back instead of Patton. Feldman's going to wall up. Lopez Euro steps, gets the layup to go. Fisher not happy with that one, calling out too easy. Elwood sends it to Brilliant in the corner, now back out to Elwood. Elwood thought about the 3, sends it over to Patton. Passes a little high, but Patton saves it, sends it into Feldman. Feldman swings it on over to Elwood. Elwood waiting. Elwood sends it to Brilliant in the corner. Now Loria on the baseline. Back out to Elwood. Elwood thought about a 3. Elwood gets to his spot, top of the key, misses that mid-range, thought he was fouled. Now Lopez is going to bring the ball up the court again. No one's on him right now. Now Brilliant's going to pick him up. Lopez calling out for a screen. Now he rejects the screen, drives in, sends it over to 24. 24 drives, puts up a wild layup. Shot's good. Feldman getting the ball in now. Elwood gets it, trying to push the ball up the floor. Sees nothing, sends it over the opposite side to Brilliant. Brilliant drops it into Feldman. Feldman sends it downstairs to Loria. Loria a little strong on the layup, just misses that one. Now 13 coming down the floor. Sends it over to Garcia. Garcia and Lopez had a miscommunication there. Lopez has Elwood on him. Sends it over the corner to 13. As Loria tries to take another charge. No call there as we had a loose ball, but Feldman goes. Takes a wild layup, misses. Elwood gets the putback. 2 points for Matt Elwood. Marshall has the lead back up to 9, now 15-6. Lopez is going to walk the ball up the court. Brilliant's waiting for him at half court. As Garcia's going to set a screen. Now Brilliant has the matchup that he wants. Garcia trying to ISO. Gets a double screen there to get Brilliant off of him. Wants him as far away as possible. Now Elwood's going to have 13 on the wing. Sends it over 2-4. Brilliant going to guard him. Foul on the floor on Brilliant. Marshfield has four subs ready to come in. We have Drew Fortin, Brody Hessian, Ryan McCabe, and Will Devine checking in. Taking out Matt Elwood, Noah Feldman, Dan Patton, and Brady Loria. Great shift from them. Just brilliant stays on the floor. Now it's going to be DY ball underneath. Two's looking. Two just checked into the game. Sends it downstairs to his man. Doesn't turn it over. Stays here with Dennis-Yarmouth. Good defense from Marshfield there. Two's going to look again. Send it over to 13 on the wing. Sends it over to Lopez. Lopez calls out for a screen, but no one's coming. Now he's coming over. Screen's brilliance right. McCabe jumps the screen. Now McCabe's going to drive. Sends it over. Falls for the pump fake. Drops it into two in the middle for the baseline shot. Just short. Brody Hessian with the rebound. Here comes Hessian up the floor. Trying to find an opening. Doesn't see anything. Bounces it over to Brilliant. Brilliant thought about the three. Now pulls it. Splash! Jake Brilliant from downtown. Jake Brilliant brings this lead to double digits for the first time tonight. As Lopez heaves one on the fast break, doesn't get it. Drew Fortin board, sends it over to Ryan McCabe. Ryan McCabe walking the ball down the court. Puts it over to Fortin. Fortin over to Hessian. Hessian, no hesitation, pulls the three. Just a little short on that one. Brilliant, the offensive rebound. Puts it back up. Brilliant gets the layup. Jake Brilliant on a little 5-0 run of his own now. Gets the lead up to 20-6 from Marshfield. Now screen's going to come. They're going to blitz it. Sends it down to number 2. Will Devine's all over him. Same with Drew Fortin, but 2 gets the layup to go. Now Jake Brilliant's going to bring the ball up the court. Try to go 2 for 1. Finds Brody Hessian. Just a little strong on the layup. And the shot clock shuts off. Marshfield fails the 2 for 1 opportunity. Here comes 2. Pulls a fast 3 instead of waiting for the final shot. Will Devine's going to collect the rebound. And he's going to try to bring the rush up the court. Now Fisher calls for 1 shot. Brilliant's going to call this ISO. Walk back and forth. Sends it over to McCabe at the rim. Over to Hessian on the wing. Hessian pump fakes. Now sends it back to McCabe. McCabe over to Brilliant. Brilliant on the right side. Now the bench is starting to count down. 6 seconds. 5 seconds. Hessian drives. Sends it over to Fortin. Over to Brilliant. Brilliant at the buzzer. Splash! Jake Brilliant at the buzzer to end the first quarter. Brings the lead to 23-8 Marshfield at the end of the first quarter. We'll be right back after this message from our sponsor.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions, Moi Health and Wellness, Road to Responsibility,
and Biviano General Contracting.
Welcome back to Marshfield High School for the start of the second quarter. Marshfield has an early 23-8 lead on Dennis-Yarmouth, but Dennis-Yarmouth's going to try and get back in this game. It's 24, takes a 3. That one's a little long. Rebound by Lopez, number 13. Tips up, but Will Devine comes down with it. Will Devine's going to bring the ball up the court now. Going a little slow here, sends it over to Hessian. Dennis-Yarmouth looks to have switched their defense to a 2-3 zone. Maybe not, they're back to a 2-1-2. Elwood puts up the 3 from the corner. That one's a little off. Fortin tipping it up in the air. Bounces, stays Marshfield ball, I believe. Now Luke Richardson's going to check into the game for Ryan McCabe. It is going to be a Marshfield ball. And ref is making Richardson tuck his jersey in. I don't know what the problem is here. Oh, Richardson just had to take his armband off. Okay. So now Fortin's going to inbound, sends it to Elwood in the corner. Elwood gets double teamed, evades it. Walking over, sends it over to Hessian, skips that pass. Hessian gets doubled. Elwood to the top of the key to Hessian. Over to Richardson on the corner. Now Hessian going to dribble, brings it over the top. Gets a screen from Fortin, doesn't use it. Richardson back over to Hessian. Hessian over to Elwood. Pass was a little late. Elwood drives now, sends it over to Richardson. One more to Hessian. Hessian wide open top of the key. Just a little left. Dennis-Yarmouth comes down with the rebound, and a foul is called on Will Devine. Fisher wants to keep the pressure on. Here comes the press. It's going to be Dennis-Yarmouth ball underneath. Now we have an issue here with the official. Players are yelling, coaches are yelling. I'm not 100% sure what's going on here. Trying to figure out this situation. Apparently we had 2 technical fouls on the floor. I think one was assessed to Will Devine, and one of them was assessed to number 3 on Dennis-Yarmouth. So I think those are offsetting technicals, so I don't think any free throws are going to be shot. And I think Dennis-Yarmouth is just going to get the ball underneath. Yeah, that looks like what it's going to be. Not sure what happened there over at half court. Some scuffle. Well, Devine's out of the game now, and Nolan Holmes is checked in for him. Now Hessian's going to guard Lopez, bringing the ball up the court, sends it over to 3. 3 has Nolan Holmes on him, now swings it over to 33, over to 2, over to 24. Horton on him. Call a travel, but Brody Hessian puts his body on the line to get that call. Good play from Hessian. Now it's going to be Marshfield's ball, bringing the ball up the floor. Dennis-Yarmouth is still in their zone. So Marshfield's going to find a way to break this. They're in a 1-3-1 offense right now. As Richardson's pass gets tipped by 2. 2 has it, passes it over to Lopez. Lopez puts up the layup. Layup's good. Richardson gets it out quick, bringing the ball up the floor. Hessian skips it over to Elwood. Now Elwood's going to have an ISO with Lopez on him. Sends it over to Hessian. Horton calls for it. Now he falls back. Sends it over to the wing to Richardson. Now downstairs to Holmes. Holmes gets trapped. Sends it over to Richardson. Richardson faking, loses his dribble. Hessian ball fakes. Now bounces it over to Elwood. Elwood thought about a pass to Holmes. Now sends it over to Richardson. Richardson for 3. Just a little strong on that one. But Holmes fights for the rebound. Outside to Elwood. Elwood thought about a 3. Now he gets his dribble back. Tries to go baseline. Skips it over to Richardson. Richardson over to Hessian. Hessian going to see what the defense gives him. Brings it over to Elwood. Elwood back on that left wing that we've seen him at all night. Now Elwood's going to come downstairs. Hessian loses it, but Richardson collects. Richardson's going to try and get in. He gets back tapped. Now DY has a 3-on-2. Sends it over to 2 for the layup. Layup's a little just off. Richardson with the rebound. Hessian sends it over to Elwood. Now Elwood's going to push it up the floor as the rest of the starting lineup is getting ready to check back in. Hessian looking back to Elwood. Elwood over to Richardson. Richardson pulls again for 3. This time that one's good. Luke Richardson buries it, giving Marshall a 26-10 lead over Dennis-Yarmouth. Now Hessian's going to have Lopez on him. Lopez is going to try to go. Gets into the paint, gets fouled. Foul's going to be on Drew Fortin. And now the rest of the starting lineup's going to come in. Great shift from Holmes, Hessian, Fortin, and Richardson. Now we're going to have Brilliant, Patton, Feldman, and Loria come back in to join their fellow starter, Matt Elwood. Dennis-Yarmouth getting ready for this next set. 3's going to seal Brady Loria. Go for the layup. Loria said, get that out of here. Not in my house. Elwood fakes out. Gets a layup up, but just a little long on that one. Noah Feldman intercepts the pass, but he steps out of bounds trying to save it. Great effort from Noah Feldman, but just short. Noah Feldman seems to just be in the right place at the right time every time in this game, making great defensive play after great defensive play. Now Alder Lopez is going to get the ball at half court. Brilliant's going to be on him. Swings it over to 3, right back to Lopez. Downstairs, Feldman walling up. 24 goes up, draws the foul on Feldman, but the shot's not good. Now 24 will be at the line shooting. '24 is going to have 2 shots here. First one's up. No good. Student section let him know that one too. Second shot coming now. He's going to set this one up. Doing his routine dribbles like everybody does. Shot goes up. That one's no good either. And the student section is going to continue to let him know. Feldman gets this one over to Elwood. Now Elwood's got daylight. Swings it over to Brilliant. Brilliant thought about a shot. Now gets to his spot. Pulls the 2. That one dances around the rim and falls in for 2 points. Now Elwood's going to pick Lopez up full court. Tries to get by him with the left, and he does, but Brilliant cuts that off. Now Brilliant and Elwood switch. Now they switch right back. And we have a blocking foul called here, I believe, on This one's going to be on Brady Loria before the shot, so it's going to be DY ball underneath. That's Marshfield's 4th foul of the half. Loria's 2nd. So Loria has to watch out on these next couple defensive possessions, so don't get himself in foul trouble. As 24 gets a cut in right for a layup right there. Patton gets it into Feldman. Now Feldman's going to bring the ball up the floor. Feldman, they're just leaving him at the top of the key. Now Patton finds Loria downstairs, over to Brilliant. Brilliant swings it all the way over to Elwood on the opposite side. Now Elwood sends it right back to him with the same pass, and Brilliant just steps out of bounds. So it's going to be a turnover for Dennis-Yarmouth. Dennis-Yarmouth's going to take possession back. And Fisher calls his first timeout. We'll be right back. Score right now, 28-12. Marshfield, 4 minutes left in the first half. We'll be right back after this word from our sponsor.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions, Moi Health and Wellness, Road to Responsibility,
and Biviano General Contracting.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Robert E. Keuther Gymnasium here at Marshfield High School, where Marshfield has a 28-12 lead on Dennis-Yarmouth. And special thanks to Will Nicholson. He provided a starting lineup for the Dennis-Yarmouth Whales, I believe they're called. So I've been saying one's name wrong the whole time. That is Jenkins, Josh Jenkins. And now he's going to dribble the ball. Euro steps. Brady Loria said, I don't think so. And Patton knocks it loose, sends it out. It's going to stay with Dennis-Yarmouth's ball. Some of the names I've been saying wrong are number 0, Bryson Garcia. Number 1, Josh Jenkins. Number 3, Elisa Grant. Number 13, Jaquez Lopez. And number 24, Aiden Gonzalez. So my apologies to them if they have family members listening. Jack Stevens is going to be in the game. Guarding Grant. Brilliant tips the rebound. And Garcia collects. But Stevens on the floor, making a great hustle play. Brilliant gets it over to Patton. Patton coming up the floor. Patton gets his stiff arm. Patton goes up for the layup. Just strong, and he misses it. But Feldman gets the rebound. Feldman collects again. Feldman goes up with the layup again. Noah Feldman having himself a game right now. Just collecting all these putback checks and just stacking up the points. Love to see it from Noah Feldman. Now he's going to send it over to Jenkins. Now sends it over to Lopez in the, no, not Lopez, Grant in the corner. Patton tips that one, but Lopez collects. Lopez pulls. That one's just a little right. Garcia puts it up. I thought that was a foul personally. I could hear the smack, but that one was definitely a foul. Elwood gets the block. Patton goes in transition, gets fouled. It's going to be Marshfield ball on the sideline. Now Brilliant's going to get this one into Elwood. Elwood's just going to walk it up the floor. Dennis-Yarmouth has a very interesting defense right here. I think they're still in that 2-1-2 zone. Hasn't been working great for them so far. Skips it over to Patton. Patton skips that one to Jabril. You can tell they have chemistry. Brilliant shoots the shot. That one's just a little short. Now Two's going to Euro step his way into the lane. Ref calls it off. They're going to call a foul on Elwood. Fisher wanted to travel. Foul's going to be on Matt Elwood. Marshfield has a 30-12 lead with 2.5 minutes left here to play in the first half. And that will be the bonus for Dennis-Yarmouth, as that's Marshfield's 5th foul. So Two will have 2 shots here. First one's good. You can hear the distinct chatter from the crowd as it's very silent in here right now at the free throw line. Both shots are good for Dennis-Yarmouth. Fortin gets this one in to Brilliant. And Drew Fortin has just checked into the game for the first time tonight. I believe he replaced Brady Loria. Oh no, he replaced Noah Feldman, my apologies. Brilliant swings it over Patton. Patton has Lopez all over him. Now Patton pulls. That one's a little strong. Jenkins collects. Jenkins is going to go to the hole. Patton's going to set up. Gets his hands in the cookie jar and ball goes out of bounds. It's going to stay with Dennis-Yarmouth, but great heads-up play from Dan Patton. Now Will Devine checking into the game, replacing Jack Stevens. Stevens made some great defensive plays, as we saw from him. Good shift there from Stevens. And Brody Hession's going to check in as well, replacing Jake Bryant. DY's going to call the break. As a player ends up on the floor now. Shot goes up there from Grant. Misses. Bodies are flying all over the floor. Now Fortin's going to get over to Patton. Patton's going to spin move. Patton puts up the layup. Layup's good for Dan Patton. Wild sequence of events right there from both Marshall and Dennis-Yarmouth, but it ends with a Dan Patton bucket, so I can't really complain. Now he's going to send this one over to, I believe that is Garcia. Garcia's going to Euro step into the lane. Layup's just a little short. Elwood collects. Elwood sends it up to Patton. Patton tries to go behind the back, then loses it, but sends it out to Hession, but Hession just bobbles it, but Hession keeps it somehow. And now Garcia's on the floor again, and Fortin gets on the floor, draws the jump ball. Great hustle play from Fortin and Garcia on that one. Jump ball, I believe, is going to stay with Marshfield. It is. Now Luke Richardson checks back into the game, replacing Dan Patton. Good shift there from Patton. And Evan Zielinski's going to get ready to come into the game as well. Fortin's looking. Another great hustle play from Garcia, but him on the floor means Brody Hession 3. Hession thought he got fouled on that because he was not allowed to land right there. But Richardson collects the rebound and gets a bucket. Now Two's going to take it up the floor. Sends it over to Lopez. Lopez is going to have Hession on him. Now Grant's going to call for the post up. Grant puts up the mid-range over to Vine, hits it. It's a long two. It's not a shot you'd want, but it's a shot you'll take if it goes in. Elwood sends it over to Fortin. Fortin over to Hession. Hession gets fouled there by Lopez. Now Evan Zielinski's going to check into the game, replacing Matt Elwood. Evan Zielinski's got a new haircut out here. He was telling me that when he scored his first bucket, he was going to get a buzz cut. If you guys watched the Hingham game from before Christmas, that happened. Evan Zielinski hit a nice Euro step. Now the whole student section wants Evan to shoot. Hession gets in. Richardson pulls a three. That one's just a little strong. Fortin collects, sends it over to Devine. Devine gets fouled on the floor. Never mind, it wasn't a foul. He dribbled out of bounds, so it's going to be another turnover here from Marshfield. And Dennis-Yarmouth's going to collect the ball. Lopez gets it into Jenkins. Now Jenkins is going to have Fortin on him. Fortin, a great defender. Hard to shake him. As Fortin staying right in front of him the whole time. Great contest. Misses. Zielinski collects the rebound. The student section's loving it. Now Richardson's going to bring the ball up the floor. Spin moving. Gets it down to Devine. Devine goes up for the layup. Just a little strong right there. I think he's been lifting too much. That's why he missed it. It's a reasonable mistake. Now, Euro step there from Lopez. Lopez, great finish. 22 seconds on the clock. You assume Marshfield's going to take one shot here. Hession sends it up to Devine. Devine's going to wait for Hession to get the ball back. Now Hession's going to be triple teamed. Gets it taken from him. Two's going to go up. And Richardson says, get that out of here! But the ref's going to call a foul. Wow. Two really tried to punch it on Luke Richardson, and Luke Richardson said, get that out of my paint. No, thank you, sir. Wow, the entire crowd is shocked at Luke Richardson's jumping ability. I'm shocked, too. Dennis-Yarmouth's going to have two shots here. First shot's going to go up. That one's going to rattle its way in. The crowd is still in shock here at Marshfield High School from Luke Richardson's athletic play right there. Rightfully so. Second shot's up. That one's good as well. Now Fortin's going to try and get it in. Hession curls and he gets it. Zielinski is open in the front court. Richardson drives to the hoop. Goes 20 feet in the air. Hession picks up the rebound, but it's not going to count. Just barely didn't get it off in time. And that's going to do it for the first half here. Marshfield leads Dennis-Yarmouth 34-20. We'll be right back after these words from our sponsors. I'll see you in the second half.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions. Repel Pest Solutions is a full-service pest control company protecting residential and commercial properties from nuisance pests that carry germs and diseases. They are a small, family-run business from Marshfield, licensed, insured, competitively priced. We work to understand your needs and offer an integrated pest solution that's environmentally friendly. Don't be afraid to bug us. Moi Health and Wellness. Moi Health and Wellness is owned and operated by nurse practitioner Christine Murphy. We are an integrative wellness center offering medical weight loss, men's testosterone therapy, functional medicine consults and labs, vitamin therapy, Advadex laser skin resurfacing, Botox and dye sport, teeth whitening, and so much more. Moi Health and Wellness has 3 locations in Lakeville, Marshfield, and Plymouth. Road to Responsibility. Founded in 1988, Road to Responsibility's mission is to provide the means, the opportunity, and the support necessary to allow citizens with disabilities to take their place as productive members of the community. We are committed to providing all individuals with opportunities to truly live in the community. Through our services, we are proud to enrich and improve the lives of every individual, one person at a time.
And Biviano General Contracting. Biviano General Contracting is Marshfield's leading custom modular house builder. Modular house building saves time and money. Only 8 to 12 weeks for the entire build and saves up to 25% compared to traditional building. We also offer custom deck building, kitchen and bathroom remodels, additions, and house elevations. More information can be found at bivianocontracting.com.
Over the past 15 years, MCM has supported the Marshfield community through its mission in connecting the community. As successful as MCM has been, there is a significant challenge facing MCM that will dramatically impact the Marshfield community. Just like almost all community media centers, over 90% of MCM's funding comes from Comcast and Verizon's cable licenses with the town of Marshfield. MCM receives a small percentage of that cable revenue. With technology changing and people changing the way that they consume media, many people have decided to abandon cable television for streaming platforms. 2021 to 2022 saw the greatest one-year decline in cable subscriptions in Massachusetts at 10%. Marshfield isn't immune to this, and over the next several years, we expect to see at least a 20% decrease in our funding due to the decline in cable subscribers in Marshfield. It means saying goodbye to members of the MCM staff, not making important upgrades that make MCM the state-of-the-art studio it is, and a significant reduction in support to valuable community institutions. But most importantly, what does this mean for you? It means saying goodbye to open and transparent government coverage, not being able to see important Marshfield school events like graduation and sports, as well as important community news and information shared by MCM. Please don't let this important community institution wither and die. Please contact us or visit our website to find out more about how you can support Marshfield Community Media.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions, Moi Health and Wellness, Road to Responsibility, and Biviano General Contracting. MCM coverage of
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Marshfield High School. We're about to start the second half as soon as Dennis-Yarmouth comes back to the court. With still a minute left on the halftime clock. As Dennis-Yarmouth is starting to make their way to the floor now. Marshfield leads 34-20, which was a bigger lead, but towards the end of the half, Dennis-Yarmouth started to get some key buckets, had some easy layups to get themselves back into this game. Marshfield's had a big problem with the turnovers so far this game, which hasn't been great. But they've been pushing the pace on offense a lot and getting easy layups, which is a good sign. So now clock's going to wind down. We'll start second half here in about 30 seconds. As refs are ready to go, Fisher's getting the team ready to come back on the floor. I'm assuming we'll see the same starting lineup that we saw at the start of the game, that being Jake Brilliant, Matt Elwood, Noah Feldman, Dan Patton, and Brady Loria. We put in a lot of work against Dennis-Yarmouth first half, which is a good sign. As Marshfield's getting ready to break their huddle, Dennis-Yarmouth has their 5 out on the floor. My apologies, their 4. We're still waiting on one player to come back onto the floor. Here he comes, that's Jenkins. And now both teams are back on the court. And now the second half should be getting started any second now. And Marshfield got the last jump ball, so first possession is going to go to Dennis-Yarmouth. And now our second half's about to get underway with Brilliant guarding Jenkins. Brilliant rocking the one leg sleeve. It's a very trendy move, I'll say. Shout out to him. Now Elwood's going to have 2 on him. 2 had a great second quarter, but there he gets blocked by Brady Loria as everyone on Dennis-Yarmouth tries to save that one. The ref calls it out of bounds. As Garcia wanted to shoot that, but he sent that one back to the ref to avoid the delay of game. Patton gets it into Feldman at half court. Feldman sends it over to Loria. Loria back to Brilliant. Brilliant thought about the 3. Now he goes in, sends it over to Feldman. Feldman goes around the world with the ball, misses the layup. That rebound's going to go out to the big man. Send it over to 2. Now sends it over to the wing. Feldman's going to be on him. Back out to Grant. Grant's going to send it over to 2. Patton going to guard up on 2. 2 crosses over, gets in the lane, throws up the floater, off the backboard, just a little strong. Feldman reaches his hand in the cookie jar to prevent the layup from going up. Sends it back out. Big fellow driving in. And he lost his pivot foot on that one, so that's going to be a travel. Marshfield's going to take the ball back. Big man, that's Gonzalez. My apologies. And that one's going to get intercepted by Grant. Now Grant's going to bring the ball up, send it over to 2. 2's earned himself a starting spot in the second half. Shout out to him. And now Jenkins is going to call for the ISO on Patton, but now he's setting up a play actually. Looking like he's going through an elevator screen. Now a ball screen's going to come for 2. He's not going to use it. Send it over to Gonzalez, back over to Jenkins. Jenkins is going to have Patton on him. Patton's ready for anything. Sends over to 2 in the corner, a little long on the 3-pointer. Feldman said, give me that. Feldman passes it over. Garcia reaches his hand in the cookie jar. And Patton's waiting in the backcourt to take that one back from Jenkins. Patton gives it to Brilliant. Brilliant avoids the carry and the travel. Puts up the reverse layup. Reverse layup's not good. Ball gets tipped. And the ref's going to say it's last off Dennis-Yarmouth. It's going to stay Marshfield ball. Dennis-Yarmouth's going to stay in their zone, and Marshfield's going to set up in a 4 across. Feldman wants the lob. Doesn't get it. Elwood's going to pull the 3 from the corner. A little strong on that one. Brilliant tries to Alvarado him. Now two's going to walk the ball up the floor. Send it over to Grant. Apologies. Foul's going to get called there. That one's going to be on Feldman. Two's going to take this one out. That's Feldman's third foul now, so Fisher's going to have to be careful with him. Sends it out to Garcia. Garcia drives into the paint. And Loria eats that one and gets the charge. Garcia is not happy with the call. But Loria had his feet set, drew the charge. Kid's a professional. He learned from the best. Shut up, Brady Loria. Now Brilliant's going to wait. Send it to Elwood. Elwood should see Patton over there. Now he gets it over to him. Avoids the 10-second. Patton going to get into the paint. Out to Feldman. Feldman loses him on the pump fake. Drops it into Loria. Loria doesn't even think about the layup. Gets over to Elwood. Elwood skips it to Brilliant. Brilliant's going to have all day to line this one up. Splash! Jake Brilliant from downtown brings the lead up to 17 for Marshfield. And that was actually the first basket of this half. So we went almost 3 minutes without a bucket from either team. But Jake Brilliant ends that right now. Now Patton's going to get Garcia on this one. Garcia spins like he's at the school dance. Jenkins is going to have Patton on him now. Sends it inside to Grant. Grant's going to jab. Has Feldman on him. Feldman's like a brick wall over there. No thanks. Feldman grabs that rebound. Now Feldman's going to bring it up the court over to Loria. Loria passes it to nobody because he thought Patton was still in the corner. It's unfortunate. Patton was cutting. Loria had a different idea. It's just a miscommunication. Contested catch goes up and Gonzalez wins that. And Brady Loria tries to get another one, but this time the ref calls a blocking foul. The bench was excited to get hyped for that one. But tough call from the referee. That's going to be Brady Loria's third foul also, so Fisher's going to have to keep that one in mind. Now Gonzalez is going to be at the line shooting two. Fish is perfectly fine with that foul call. He's telling Loria good job. First shot for Gonzalez is good. Second shot for Gonzalez. Misses, but Patton tries to collect. Draws the foul on Garcia. Now no one on DY is happy about that. The coach is stepping onto the court. Garcia is livid. And Marshfield's just trying to get the ball in to get the next possession going. And now Zero is getting a little angry, so Marshfield might look to use that to their advantage. Over to Brilliant. Brilliant doesn't even think about the three. Lobs that one, almost a turnover, but Elwood collects that one. Jenkins is being way too aggressive. Now skip over to Patton. Patton has all day for this one. Just a little strong on that one. The ref's going to call out of bounds, saying that that one hit the string on the backboard. Now both teams appear unhappy with these refs. Fish is questioning their calls now also. Now Dennis-Yarmouth is going to get the ball into Jenkins, and Jenkins is going to walk this one up the floor. Brilliant's going to get in. Jenkins shoots it over Loria. A tough bucket right there from Jenkins. Patton gets it into Brilliant. Brilliant just going to bring this one up, sends it over to Patton. Patton over to Elwood. Elwood fakes the three. Kicks it out to Patton. Patton collects that one. Elwood thought about it. Faked into Loria. Loria out to Patton. Patton drives into the paint. Tucks the ball. Goes up for the layup. Patton wanted the foul. So did Fish. Doesn't get it. But Dennis-Yarmouth tips it out of bounds. Fish is still mad with the ref. He might be in technical territory right now, which would not be great for Marshfield. Brilliant. Smart play, backing up behind the line, giving himself more space to make a pass. Elwood drives, spins, throws one high, risky pass over to Patton. And Patton gets his foul on that one. Foul's going to be on... I believe foul's going to be on number 2, according to the ref. And Drew Fortin's getting ready to check into the game. If I had to guess, he's probably going to take out Loria or Feldman due to foul trouble. First one for Patton, no good. And yep, Feldman's going to come out. Feldman in foul trouble. That's probably why he's off the floor. Second one's going to go up for Patton. That one's good. Now we're going to pick 2 up full court. Elwood doing a good job keeping his man in front. Patton tries to reach his hand in the cookie jar, misses. Jenkins puts it up. Horton fighting for it. Thank you. Sends it over to Loria. Loria's running down the floor. Over to Patton. Patton gets to his spot, passes over to Loria. Loria gets the layup. Now Marshall's going to keep that pressure going, trying to bury the hatchet right now. Brilliant's going to pick up Jenkins. Jenkins is going to make his move, spins back into the paint. Loria tries to draw another charge. Fortin's going to get over to Patton. Hopefully Patton doesn't miss this one. 2 just misses the swat on that one. Great effort from number 2, but Patton gets it. Now we're going to have a timeout from Dennis-Yarmouth. Dennis-Yarmouth's going to take a timeout here. We have 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Marshfield leads 42-23. We'll be right back.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions, Moi Health and Wellness, Road to Responsibility, and Biviano General Contracting.
Couple more subs into the game. We got Luke Richardson and Will Devine, as Richardson and Elwood waste no time pressuring Lopez there. My apologies, I just hit my microphone. Marshfield's putting all the pressure on Dennis-Yarmouth right now. Garcia's going to drive into the paint. That was going to be off Dennis-Yarmouth. It's going to be a turnover. Marshfield's going to take the ball back. Brilliant, showing us his soccer skills real quick. Now Elwood's going to bring the ball up. Doesn't see any pressure. Dennis-Yarmouth learning that that's not a good idea. And now they switched their defense. Looks like they're in a 1-3-1 now. I don't think Fisher has yet to realize that. Now they get it into Devine on the baseline. Great work by Devine running back and forth. Richardson for 3, little strong. Brilliant, showing us the 40-inch vert. Gets the nice little putback layup. And Brilliant doesn't get to take foul for some reason. I don't know. Looks like Fish wanted to assess something there. Marshall's going to keep the pressure on now. That's it into 2. Richardson immediately doubles. Looks like Marshall's just trying to get fast points. Garcia fumbles the pass. Inside to Grant. Grant puts it up and 1. Foul there on Matt Elwood. Good move there from Grant, getting himself a bucket. That's going to be Elwood's second foul. 4 team fouls from Marshfield now. 1 more, and Dennis-Yarmouth will be in the bonus again. Shots up. Shot's no good. Brilliant gets the rebound, collects. Garcia's trying to pressure, but that's just not going to work. He lobs it over to Luke Richardson. Richardson looking. Tries to get it into Devine. Good effort by Will Nicholson to not let the ball go into the corner. Shout out to Will. Looks like ball's going to be taken out in the corner and not on the baseline. Interesting place to call a play from. Marshall gets it in though. Brilliant sends it over to Elwood. Elwood trying to find his man Fortin. Looks like they're out of that 1-3-1 now. Looks like they're back in the 2-1-2 or 3-2. Hard to tell. Elwood lines this one up. No hesitation. Splash from Matt Elwood. The weatherman just called. It's looking like a rainy day as Matt Elwood hits another one. And Lopez loses that one out of bounds. Marshall's going to get the ball back again. Now Fish is trying to call out play. Elwood shoots it again. Misses that one. 40-inch vert. Brilliant. Gets the rebound, but he misses the freebie. Back then, we used to call that a dead bunny. Unfortunate for Brilliant. 1 more over the 2. 2's had the hot hand for Dennis-Yarmouth. And he continues with that 3. Elwood's going to jab. Now he's just going to move up the floor over to Richardson. Richardson. That one gets blocked. Might have been a goaltend, I don't know, but I heard some profane language from Dennis-Yarmouth, which was not appropriate for a game like this. And 2's going to draw the foul there on Brilliant. It's going to send him to the line. Now coming into the game for Matt Elwood's going to be Brody Hessian, the sophomore. That's Brilliant's third foul also, so now he's going to have to be careful. And Andrew Youngworth is going to get ready to come into the game as well. First one in for 2 is good. Andrew Youngworth's going to take out Jake Brilliant. As I just said, Jake Brilliant has 3 fouls also, so he's got to be careful. Marshfield's up 49-28. 50 seconds left. Second shot's up. Second shot's good. Going to make that 49-29. Richardson's going to send it up to Youngworth. Him and Youngworth are not on the same page there as that one gets thrown out of bounds. Fish is not too happy with that one. Looking like a 5-second almost, but he gets it off. Garcia's going to trap Hessian behind him. 23 sends it in. Devine in there for the contest. Now 33 is going to grab it. Garcia loses a shoe. Now he's just going to play with one shoe. I respect it. Shout out to Mike Miller, I guess. Fortin dips his hand in there. Foul called. Going to send Dennis-Yarmouth to the line again. Grant's going to have two shots. And now Garcia gets his shoe back also. Now he's got to retie. Almost got the shoe done. He's going to bunny loop it, I think. Oh, no, he does one ear. Sends it out. Boom. Shoe's tied. So you're wondering how to tie a shoe. Garcia just showed you. Grant, first shot, miss. Score's going to stay 49-30, Marshfield. 32 seconds left in the third quarter. Second shot's up. Now Marshfield's looking like they're going to go for the last shot here. Hessian got Garcia on him. Garcia playing great defense, but Hessian gets past. 20 seconds left. Hessian's looking for an opening, doesn't have anything. Sends it over to Richardson. Now Richardson's going to pull up, give it back to his sophomore pal, Hessian. Hessian going to send it to the top of Keuther Youngworth. Youngworth sends it over to Richardson. Richardson's going now. It's 6 seconds. Puts it up, off, gets it back. Shot up again, no good. Now Grant's going to try and get one up, doesn't get it off. Third quarter comes to a close. Marshfield is winning 49-31. We'll be right back here in a minute, right after this word from our sponsor for the fourth quarter.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions, Moi Health and Wellness, Road to Responsibility, and Biviano General Contracting.
All right, we are back for the fourth quarter. Lineup on the court is going to be Hessian, Youngworth, Richardson, Fortin, and Devine. Looks like Dennis-Yarmouth is in a 2-3, I think. It's really hard to tell. The top guy's confusing me. And Devine's going to get it to Hessian. Hessian puts the 3 up. Splash! Brody Hessian adds to the thunderstorm with another 3 for Marshfield. Richardson's going to pick up Lopez here, left side. Send it over to Grant. Devine's going to take him. No one sets up. Lopez puts up the layup. Shot's good. Now Hessian's got 2 people on him, trying to split the gap. Got to look in the middle for Fortin. Gets it over to him. Sends it over to Devine. Devine to Youngworth. Oh, but leaves it a little high for Youngworth. A little behind him. All good. Devine gets his hand in there. Causes Lopez to bobble the ball. Turnover. Marshfield ball. Good play from Will Devine. Goes Hessian. Sends it to Devine. Devine dribbling. Showing us that dribble package. Okay. Fortin gets it back to Devine. Devine gets poked from behind, but they're going to call a foul on Grant. Not Grant, Jenkins. My apologies. And Youngworth's going to take this one out. Just gets it into Hessian, nice and easy. Youngworth's going to set up. Has a shot. Doesn't take it. Skips it over to Richardson. What a pass from Youngworth. Hessian looking, goes left. Dribbles outside. Fortin driving. Over to Hessian. Hessian pulls this one. No hesitation. Just a little strong on that one. Youngworth fighting. Foul's going to be on Will Devine. Youngworth might have had the jump ball. Call a foul on the floor regardless. And Marshfield's going to keep that tenacious pressure going. Now that pressure's going to continue as 2 splits the gap. Richardson gets decked by Grant, but that's a completely legal screen. Now Hessian's going to collect after the bucket there from Grant. Hessian going to walk it. Skips it to Youngworth. Youngworth has it. Youngworth puts it up. Oh, just rims out. Will Devine playing bully ball downstairs. Now comes back out to Richardson. Richardson's going to try and get in. Gets super fouled. No, it's not a foul. That's going to be a jump ball. Not a lot of the parents in the building are happy about that one. Very interesting call there. I guess they switched it to a foul now, even though the call on the floor was a jump. So I think Richardson's going to have 2 shots at the line now. Very interesting play there from the referees. I'm not sure what was going on there. So Richardson's going to have 2 shots now, and Ryan McCabe's going to get ready to check in. First one's off for Richardson. It looks like Ryan McCabe's going to be coming in for Luke Richardson as we saw him signal the shooting motion. Shots up. Shots good for Richardson. And now Richardson's going to come out of the game. Ryan McCabe pressing him. Passes in. Devine said, give me that. Ooh! What hustle by Garcia. Devine wants the foul call. Devine already has a technical this game, so I'd advise him to not chirp back when the game's an 18-point game. But, you know, you do you. So now Dennis-Yarmouth's going to have it side out just at half court. Ref's checking the floor to see if it needs to be wiped, as Garcia hit the deck pretty hard. Now Becca's coming out onto the court. Shout out to Becca, Marshfield's trainer, coming to wipe the sweat. Yep, ref doesn't like it. Oh, so they're having the players wipe it. That's interesting. I've never seen that before. And now we're going to be all set. As Dennis-Yarmouth's going to take this one out at half court. As Fortin tugs on 2's jersey right there. Fish calls Elwood to come back into the game. Fortin getting in the ISO. Now Hessian's going to take on there. Back over to Lopez. Lopez dumps that one into Garcia. Garcia to Jenkins. Jenkins out to 2. 2's had the hot hand. Not on that one, though. Must have watched his hands. Now Ryan McCabe escapes his way out of that one. Now he pushes the pace up the floor. Gives it over to Fortin. Fortin, Euro steps. Haven't seen that move before. Okay, Drew Fortin draws the foul. Drew Fortin's going to be at the line now with 2 shots. Fortin getting ready. Shot's good. Elwood and Feldman are going to check in for Youngworth and Devine. Good outing from both of them. Still 5 minutes here to play in the 4th quarter. Marshall has a 19-point lead. Fortin puts the shot up. That one's short. Ryan McCabe said, thank you. I'll take that. Back over to Fortin. Fortin's like, give me 3, why don't you? But he did not say that. He missed the shot. Very unfortunate. Now Fortin's going to pick up 2. This has been a key matchup all day. And 2's low-key been in his bag. Sends it over to Lopez. Lopez gives it to Jenkins. Jenkins called for that. Elwood almost took it from him. Jenkins pulls it up. Elwood said, no, sir. Now Noah Feldman on the break. Jenkins tried to show us his vertical, but the kid's a little impatient, and Noah Feldman said, let me show you something. Pump fake, layup. Now Lopez just trying to get his get back. Just gets a foul on the floor there. Foul's going to be on Brody Hessian. That's going to be Marshfield's second. Hessian's first. Now Hessian's going to come out of the game. Jake Brilliant replacing him. Lopez gets it in to Grant. Grant in his little ISO position, middle of the floor. From here, it looked like Fortin got all ball, but that's going to be a foul there on Drew Fortin. And that one's going to be on the floor. Two sends it over to Grant. Grant has Feldman on him. Feldman ready for the post up. Sends it over to Lopez in the corner. Lopez puts up the little mid-range. Shot's good. Now we're going to bring the ball down. Bench is getting loud. Oh, Patton thought he was coming in, but it's Cam Ryan. Elwood puts up the shot. Shot's good for Matt Elwood. Brings the lead back to 21, 58 to 37. Lopez has Brilliant on him now, and Feldman said, give me that to Grant. Feldman going up. Grant tries to swat it off the backboard. All Dennis-Yarmouth is doing is trying to go for the highlight play, and that strategy is not working. Timeout on the floor as number 2 just throws the ball away from the ref. I'm surprised that wasn't a delay of game, personally. But timeout on the floor for Dennis-Yarmouth. We'll be right back after this word from our sponsor.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions, Moi Health and Wellness, Road to Responsibility, and Biviano General Contracting.
Welcome back. We are exactly halfway through the fourth quarter of this, what's looking to be a blowout for the Marshfield Rams against Dennis-Yarmouth. As now Cam Ryan has checked into the game for the first time, and Nolan Holmes joined him. Now Grant's going to put up the fadeaway over Ryan, misses. McCabe hits the floor. Oh, and now Grant hits the floor also. Sends it over to Brilliant in the corner. Brilliant puts up the 3. That one's off. Ryan McCabe might have pushed off there, but they didn't call it. Elwood has all day to line this one up. That one's off too, but Nolan Holmes gets the rebound. Sends it over to Elwood. Elwood puts up his little mid-range. And we have an offensive foul on the floor on, I believe that is offensive foul on Cam Ryan. That would have been out of bounds anyway. But now Evan Zielinski's coming into the game, replacing Matt Elwood. I believe the game plan now is going to be to get Evan Zielinski a bucket. Now Lopez is going to bring the ball down the floor. Brilliant on him. Sends it over to Grant. Grant thought about a 3. Now he goes for the mid-range. That was a double dribble, a travel, a carry. That was all of the above. If you're taking a test on what violation that was, circle all of them. Now Dennis-Yarmouth staying in that full court press. I don't think it's going to be enough, though, if you're just running a man. Brilliant's going to go right by Lopez, draw the foul on the floor. And that's going to be DY's 4th. Next, both teams have 4 fouls now, so it's going to be free throws regardless. Next foul. 13's looking a little close. I believe that's a violation. And now Dennis-Yarmouth is yelling at the ref saying that should have been a backcourt. But they're just going to let it play out. Brilliant gets the reverse layup. Makes it look easy. That's what he does. Now 2 is going to bring the ball up the floor. ISO in on Zielinski. Tries to put up a fadeaway. Zielinski saves it. Now Zielinski trying to get in his bag. Does a Euro. Gets fouled! Evan Zielinski showing us the bag work right there. Hit him with the 1-2. Now he's going to be at the line shooting 2. Ladies and gentlemen, I do not go to the school anymore, but I would anticipate a pretty loud crowd roar if one of these free throws goes in for Evan Zielinski, so just prepare yourself. Zielinski going to take his time on this one. Shots up. First one's off. Unfortunate for Zielinski, and Jake Brilliant's coming out of the game now. Brody Hession's going to replace him. Garcia's come back in too for Dennis-Yarmouth. Zielinski going to line up the second one. Shots up. Shot's good for Zielinski! And the crowd loves it. Evan Zielinski enters the scoring column. Pass going to go into Garcia. Back to Grant. Now over to number 2. I apologize for not having a name for 2. Kid's had a great game. Shout out to him. Gets over to Grant. Has Cam Ryan on him. Just trying to get into the post. Sends it downstairs to number 33. Out to Gonzalez. 33 turns it over. Now he's on the floor. Ball's in the air. Zielinski has it. What's Zielinski going to do here? Sends it over to Cam Ryan. Is Cam Ryan going to pull a 3? He is. Oh, just a little long. Fish doesn't look too amused with that one. Oh, number 2 in his bag. Step back. Not going to go. Goes over the backboard. Out of bounds. Marshfield ball. Now Jack Stevens is going to check in from Marshfield. Replacing Zielinski. Evan Zielinski entered the score column this game. Shout out to him. Now it's time for a Jack Stevens bucket. Nolan Holmes gets it on the wing. Thought about a 3. Nope, now he hands it over to Brody Hession. Brody Hession controlling the offense over to Holmes. Holmes sends it over to McCabe. McCabe drives, gets it in the paint. Hession fakes, goes baseline. Hession puts up the layup. A little strong on that one. Jack Stevens trying to fight. I would not want to get into a rebound battle with Jack Stevens. I'm pretty sure he beat me in like 3 seconds. Now 2 is just going to ISO. Sends it over to 33. 33 drives into the paint, misses the layup. Gets fouled there by either Holmes or Stevens. Foul's going to be on Jack Stevens, I believe. Basket's going to count. So Andrew Youngworth's going to come in. Now the refs don't know what the call is going to be. Okay, now they're trying to get the subs in. Youngworth's going to replace Brody Hession. 2, who had a great game for Dennis-Yarmouth, getting replaced by 5. Once again, I apologize for not having a roster. Tried my best. Really did. 33 is going to put up the free throw. That one's off. Gonzalez gets the rebound. And they call a double dribble. Garcia still puts up the shot. It was an air ball. Didn't count, though. Probably better off. Now McCabe's going to bring the ball up. We got a minute left. I'm assuming the plan right now is to get Youngworth a bucket. As Ryan McCabe goes up and he just loses it. 14 fakes, gets it over to 33. 33 Euros into the lane. Just throws up something wild. Ball's loose. Nolan Holmes has it. Sends it over to Stevens. Stevens drives. Gets it to Youngworth. Youngworth doesn't even think about the shot. Should have shot it. Sends it over to Nolan Holmes. Nolan Holmes gathers his feet. Nolan Holmes over to Youngworth. Youngworth going to step in. Youngworth should shoot it. He had the shot and he didn't take it. Youngworth, you got to shoot, man. We're all rooting for you. You got to pull that one. Pull that one, Youngworth. Nope, over to Holmes. To Youngworth. Everyone wants Youngworth to go. Youngworth gets blocked on that one. Now 5's going to come down the lane trying to get his bucket. Gets it. Shot's good. Now Marshfield looking like they're just going to let this one go out. As we're almost at 10 seconds to go. Yep, and Ryan McCabe just going to stop at half court. But Garcia's not going to let it go. Just being a poor sport at this point. I don't know why you're doing that. And that's going to be the game. Your final score, Marshfield 63, Dennis-Yarmouth 41. I want to thank you all for listening here on Marshfield Community Media. Tyler Pinheiro on the mic. Sam on the camera. That's all. We'll see you guys next game. Thank you.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions. Repel Pest Solutions is a full-service pest control company protecting residential and commercial properties from nuisance pests that carry germs and diseases. They are a small, family-run business from Marshfield, licensed, insured, competitively priced. We work to understand your needs and offer an integrated pest solution that's environmentally friendly. Don't be afraid to bug us. Moi Health and Wellness. Moi Health and Wellness is owned and operated by nurse practitioner Christine Murphy. We are an integrative wellness center offering medical weight loss, men's testosterone therapy, functional medicine consults and labs, vitamin therapy, Advadex laser skin resurfacing, Botox and dye sport, teeth whitening, and so much more. Moi Health and Wellness has 3 locations in Lakeville, Marshfield, and Plymouth. Road to Responsibility. Founded in 1988, Road to Responsibility's mission is to provide the means, the opportunity, and the support necessary to allow citizens with disabilities to take their place as productive members of the community. We are committed to providing all individuals with opportunities to truly live in the community. Through our services, we are proud to enrich and improve the lives of every individual, one person at a time. And Biviano General Contracting. Biviano General Contracting is Marshfield's leading custom modular house builder. Modular house building saves time and money. Only 8 to 12 weeks for the entire build and saves up to 25% compared to traditional building. We also offer custom deck building, kitchen and bathroom remodels, additions, and house elevations. More information can be found at bivianocontracting.com.